Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Actually, in this video, we're going to deploy our projects. In the previous past 8 part of this video series, we have developed these websites. And firstly, I will show you the overall projects, and then I will show you how to deploy your projects. Okay, let's see. So here, by default, this is our websites, and you can see our website is now hosted on Vercel. You can see the vercel.am. That means our website is Vercel. And let me implement our website. So here, this is homepage. You can see the homepage is this on, and here we'll have a banner sections. Here we'll have some categories, and here popular items categories. Here you can see some product, and then here have some service, and this is a footer. And here at the top bar you can see the navbar. When you scroll, then you can see some background effect here. By default there is no shadow at the top, but when you scroll, then you will see this type of shadow, and the navbar is fixed at the top. And you can see how beautiful this is. You can just toggle menu items, services, and offers button here. And here there is a search button, and you can see add to cart button here. Here two products is selected, and here you can find my profile. If you logged in our projects, in our websites, then you can see this type of thing, profile actually. Then here you can see another button. This is actually color change button. That means dark and light mode buttons. If you just hit, then you can see our website is now black backgrounds. That means our website is dark mode. You can access these websites on dark mode. When you hit again, then it will be light mode. You can see how awesome these features is. I have everything on this project. Actually, it's a complete project, so that's why I try to include as much as features as I can. Okay, let me toggle off, and then let me go back to the menu page. Here you can see all menus, and you can see all the products are here. Here is simple banner, and here some categorizations. You can filter based on category. You can see how the product is filtering. Can filter based on categories. Okay, then you can also filter based on naming. So you can just filter based on A to Z. That means first one starts with letter A, and the last one will be letter Z. And here Z to A. Then we have low to high pricing. You can see the pricing options also implemented, and then high to low prices you can filter based on there. And at the bottom you can see there are paginations. You can see how the pagination is. The items are changing. Okay, that's fine. If you can also just check it based on the dark mode, you can see our website is something like this. Okay, fine. Then you can add to cart any items. Let me back here. You can choose any of these items. Maybe we can choose these on. It says our product is already there. We have already two products selected. Okay, that's fine. Let me just remove all of this. Let me delete that cards and these on also. We will just simply create from the beginning. So we'll go to the menu, and here we will add some products. Let me add these products. If you hit, then it says the add to carts is added. If you try to hit again, then it will say the product is already exists, so you cannot add duplicate products. So that's the features. You can also add these on. You can see the product is added. Try again, but you cannot able to do that. Okay, so we have two products. We can also add these products. Okay, three products are added to cart. So then for the next you can just click here to go to the cart page. You can see we will have three items here, and you can see the pricing and a action button. You can delete cart items from here. So if you want to increase the quantity, you can simply click this plus icons. You can see Now the quantity is 2 and the price is increasing. You can see the pricing. You can increase it more values. You can see the pricing is increasing every time. You can decrease it. Okay, if you want, you can delete any of this item. For example, maybe if you want to delete the first one, you can hit, and if you are yes delete, then the items will be deleted and that will be automatic refreshed. Okay, then here you can see my name, email, and this is the users. Okay, after then you can just proceed checkout. Let me proceed the checkouts. So maybe we want to buy these two products, so we have to just proceed checkout. This is our checkout page. Here you can see order summary, orders number of item, and here we have to just pay our gateway. That means pay our credit card or debit card. You can use MasterCard or Visa card. We are using Stripe test card. You can just search Stripe test card and you can also test a payments. So maybe we can use any of this card. Let me use the Visa card first. Okay, we'll paste the number. If you just type wrong date, it will just red colored, and if you just simply everything is okay instead of the date and try to pay, it will say your card expired year is already passed. Okay, let me add a valid year, maybe that would be 26, and if we just try to wrong our zip code and if you hit payment pay, then you can see the security code, that means CVC is incorrect. Okay, let me type the correct CVC code and we will just simply wrong the zip code and try to hit again. It will say postal code is incorrect. So you have to fill the valid card number, otherwise you cannot proceed checkouts. Okay, everything is done and finally our card details is correct, and let me hit this pay button. Hit this pay button. After a few seconds, you can see here, you can see a transaction ID. Your transaction is this ID, and here you can see an alert that says payment info sent successfully. That means payment is done. Okay, if you hit OK, then you will redirect to the order page. You can see this is our previous order. We have ordered previously here, and you can see this order is pending, this order is pending, but this order is approved. So admin approved this order, so that's why when your order is approved, you can get this status. You can also contact it, but the feature is not implemented. And this is the order summary. Okay, that's fine. So it's all about the client side. That means it's all about for the users who just want to buy products from your website. Now let me implement it for the dashboard. Let me log out. Okay, and these projects will have also authentication systems. You can use your Google accounts, or you can simply log in using your email passwords, but before that you have to create a sign up. You have to create an account, so that's why there is a sign up form. You can use sign up using your email and passwords, or you can just simply go back to the login page. Okay, so that's the thing, but right now we are going to implement the dashboards. This is for admin. You cannot have access to this until you have a admin. If you just simply try dashboard and just try to access the page, it will redirect to this page automatically. You cannot access this page. You cannot access this page until you are a admin. You can just try to go any page, maybe order page or something. You cannot able to go there until you just log in. Okay, so to log in, let me go back. From here we are just log in with our Gmail. So let me check. Here you can see we're using Firebase authentication systems, and my email is selected by an admin, so I can just simply log into my accounts. And now if you just click your image, then you can see you can go back to the order page, you can go back to the dashboard. So you can see this is the admin dashboards. Here all the revenue generating this. So you can see all the orders, you can see how many users, you can see menu items. There are 63 menu items and total orders is 8. Okay, you can see there are some graphs and charts. You can implement more if you want, but I show basics so that you can implement like this. After then, this is the dashboards home page. After then, you can just check your manage bookings. Here you can see all the users ordered. So you can see all the users, the last items will be shown first. So we just add a payments that was 78, and that is still pending. Just an admin can update the order status. If you just simply want to approve, then you can just hit here, then it will be approved, and you can just check the order status, that will be confirmed. Okay, that's fine. After then, we will have add menu items. Only admin can access this. If you try to access with a navigate mode or something, let me just hit, it will redirect to the login page. You cannot access this, you can try it, but you cannot access. So here we will just upload a menu item. So for this we'll go to mail dv. Maybe this is where you can get many mail items. So for maybe let me choose a1 items. So we can choose which one. Maybe we can choose this type of food for now. Okay, let me choose this is the name. We are using this name and the recipe details will be same. We'll just save this image on download folders. Okay, then let me choose a category. It's something like no tags, so maybe we can just categorize it as a popular items. You can see you can choose any categories. So for this, maybe we can choose popular items. We have to select a price. Maybe we can choose it's $36, and we can write our recipe details here. Then you can upload image. If you click, then you have the options to upload image. Let me choose this image. Okay, then if everything is done, you can just hit add menu items. When you hit, you can see a confirmations, and after confirmations, if you go to back to your front end, so let me go back here, that would be all menus, and then you can see the last item that we added is here. You can see the name is here and the pricing is there. So our product is uploaded. If you want to manage products, here you can manage items, and here the last item is here. You can see the pricing, and if you want to delete any items, you can do that. If you want to just update the pricing, you can also update. Let me show you how you can update the prices. We want to update this product pricing, so that's why let me hit edit. Then you will redirect to the update page, and from here you can see by default the category name and details are showing. You can see also pricing is there. You can edit the prices. Maybe let me edit it's $25, and we have to upload the products again. So this is the product image, or you can just choose any image to see. Maybe we can choose this image for now, and then if you just hit update items, you can see the confirmations, and here you can see the product is here, the image is changed, and the price is here. So now if you want to delete any of this item, you can just do that. Maybe we want to delete this item. Okay, hit delete button, and if you are sure, then yes, delete. Okay, but if you want if you hit this cancel, then it will be cancelled automatically. You didn't delete that. Okay, after then we will have users management. Here you can see all the 12 users that are logged into our accounts, and you can delete any of the users if you want. Maybe for example, if this is unwanted users or any duplicate users if you have, you can just delete that one. Maybe we can just delete the users by clicking here delete options. Okay, so the users is deleted. You can make admin any of these users. Maybe let me create a new users first, then we will just update that users. So maybe let me log out, create a new users, sign up, and maybe we can sign up. Name is will be Tonmoy, and tonmoy@gmail.com. After then we will just choose a password for him, and here let me sign up. Let me share the passwords on. Okay, now hit sign up. So sign in successful. If you hit OK, then it will redirect to the page, and if you haven't updated profile, then you can see a demo profile here. So if the user is created, okay, and then you can also place an orders if you want, or you can just simply log out and back to here and sign up with the admin dashboard. Let me log in as an admin and back to the dashboard. Then if you go to the users, you can see here Tonmoy is at the bottom, and you can make these users admin if you want. Then if you hit this button, then it will confirmed, and now you can see the admin status. So these users have admin access right now. So how to test it? Okay, let me log out again and try to log into the accounts. And by default, but before login to the account, so let me see if these users try to access the dashboard, then it will redirect to the login page. And let me log in to the specific users that we made the admin. Maybe let me type the correct passwords and login successful. Then you can just go to the dashboards, and here you can see all the access. And right now, as you are admin, you can just delete any users or remove any users. Maybe you can just delete the admin. Okay, the admin is deleted. You can just delete others users. Maybe you can just delete this one. Okay, that's all about our projects. Now we will just show you how to host this project. That means how to deploy this project. So that's why at the beginning what you have to do, actually for the source code, you have to just support me, otherwise I can't provide you the source code, because I have to spend almost 1 month on this project to build projects for you, and I have already give you partially source code on to 7th or 6th part. You will get the source code, and for the last video actually I don't provide you source code. So maybe you can just purchase this source code, or you can just watch my video and do these projects. Okay, so when you have the projects, after purchasing the source code, you will, let me show. Okay, you will just receive a zip file. You can receive, you can get a zip file, or if you want to get partial source code, then you can just try to go to GitHub, then repositories, and here you can search complete and complete Mern project resource 5. You can just download this repository, and in this repository you actually cannot find the full source code. Actually you will get almost sixth part of the source code, sixth or seventh part. I just hide payment system and the last admin dashboards. So that's why you can find, you can just download this code. So after downloading this zip code, zip format, this file, actually if you just download this, you will get this type of zip folder. So firstly, at the beginning, you have to just unzip this. So you can use Winder or some other tools to unzip, or let me just extract files. And here, okay, so this project is unzip extracting, and you have to wait a little bit until it's completed. Okay, when it's completed, you can see this is the folder. You have to go inside this folder, so double click this, and then you will also go inside this folder, so double click this. When you are here, you can see the folder structures. It's Foodi clients, it's Foodi server, cover image, Figma files, and readme. So what you have to do, you have to open this folder on VS Code. So let me open it on VS Code. So that's why you can open, simply open the terminal and can type code dot to open it on VS Code. So after just commanding code space dot, you can open these projects on VS Code. So let me open it on VS Code. So here you can see the same structures. This is the client folder, this is the server folder, and this is the cover image and other system. Okay, at the beginning, what you have to do, you have to open the terminal. You can just drag this, you can simply drag this and then open the terminal. So at the beginning, so right now you can see this is the folder structures. We are in the complete Mern projects main. We have to go inside this client side, so that's why we'll simply type cd, then this name Foodi clients. You can just type Foodi clients and then press enter. Right now you can see you are inside this folder, actually Foodi clients. So when you are on this Foodi clients, that means you have these, then you can simply command npm I or install. That means we have to install node packages, so that's why npm install. Press enter. Within few seconds the node packages will be installed. After then you can run these projects on browser, so that's why you have to type npm run dev. So this is the command for the client side. You can run this command to just visit your website on browsers. So let me press enter. Here you will get a localhost URL. Press Ctrl and click here to open it on your browser. And now here you can see on localhost this project is running. And you can see nothing. Actually, you will see a blank page. Why this blank page? If you just inspect, then check the console, here you will get an error, that is Firebase authentication error. Why this error? Actually, uh, we are using Firebase, so that's why we have to configure the Firebase projects. And for this you can just check this read.me file. If you just open it on a preview, then you can see everything. You can see I have, right, firstly you have to npm install, then npm run, then you have to add a folder that will be .env.local files, and then inside this you have to paste this secret code. So that's why you can just have to add a folder on the client side. So that's why here click this package.json, and here then click this file, new file, and the file name will be, you can just copy this name .env.local. Okay, that is gone. Let me try again. We'll just hit this package.json on the client side, not the server side. You will just hit it. Just look again. We'll just click this client side, then hit this JSON file. Then we will just simply create a new file and we'll just type .env.local. Okay, So inside this .env.local, we have to define some variable. You have to copy this code from the read.me. So here you can see read.me file, and you have to copy this and you have to include that in this file. And then you will remove this from this and this. Okay, this on and this on. Okay, what you have to do, you have to go to the Firebase, go to the firebase.google.com, and if you haven't an account, you will create an account. Then you will have to get started. Here you firstly you have to create a add projects. Hit this add projects, name your projects. Maybe it's Foodi client, maybe deploy. We can just same this name, or you can just type any name. So after then you can hit continue. So we don't need Google Analytics, so we'll just turn off this. After then we'll just hit continue projects. So create projects. It will take a few seconds to creating your projects. Okay, that's done. Hit this continue button. Then you will get this. So from here, what you have to do, you have to hit these web buttons, or you can just click this icons. So let me hit these web icons. Then you have to register your app, the app name. You have to type a app name that would be same name, Foodi client deploy. Deployment. So I just name these on, or you can just Foodi clients app. Maybe I just simply name it Foodi client app. After then you have to hit this register. Then it will say npm installs. So you can just install npm packages. So copy this, and now from here you can stop your client side. So you can simply press Ctrl C and Y for agree. Then you can simply install npm install Firebase. And then here is the config code. You have to just need those code to replace this .env file. Here you can see bit API key. That means here we have to pass this API key. This API key, we'll copy this API key and keep it here. Actually keep it here. After then we'll have author domain, and that would be for this. We'll copy this and then we'll just simply paste it here. Let me remove a space. After then project ID, this is our project's ID. Let me copy it, and you can see bit underscore project ID. You will have to paste the project ID here. After then you will have a storage bucket, and here we have to include this code. So that's why storage bucket. Do it carefully, otherwise you just miss me. And then we have messaging sender. Copy this, and then here is the messaging sender ID. Paste it here. After then you will have to just copy the app ID and make sure you are this is the bit underscore app ID. Paste it here. So after then you can, if you just want to run this project, you can simply type again npm run drive. Okay, and again you can just click here to open it on VS Code. Sorry, it's opening on browsers. So after configuring your Firebase authentications, you can see our project is running. So if the project is running, you can just log into your accounts by this way. But before that, you have to do a little configurations on here. Just continue to console. After then, you have to open authentication system. So click this build and then authentications. Here you have to choose authentication. So get started. Okay, we'll enable the email password authentication. So enable it and then save it. After then, we'll also enable Google authentication. So that's why Google authentications. Here from here you have to configure this. So choose this your emails and then save. So this is done. After doing that, you can just sign up with this uh, project. So you can simply hit this button and then you can simply look, you can choose any of your accounts. So let me hit these accounts for now, and you can see the user says no image, so that's why the image you can see the image. But if the user says image, then you can just see the image. Okay, the system is done. And what the next, actually you can see there you have to replace the two key. Actually one is from image bb and one is from stripe. So what you have to do, you have to go to the image bb. um, at the beginning you have to create an account. So I have already an account, so please create an account on this website. And then you can see at the left top corner you will see the about sections. Then here you can see the API. So hit here, let me close the ad. After then you will get the code. This is the API key. We will have to copy this API key. So let me copy this API key and then this is replace this API key from here. So replace this API key. After then we need to stripe pk. So that's why let me go to the stripe.com. So if you haven't an account, you have to create an account. So sign in. After signing, I just drag to this page, and from here if you haven't any projects you can create a new project. So for this maybe we can create a new projects. Let me create it. Here you can choose a company name. So maybe Foodi Client Final, and here you can choose your operating country and then create an account. You have to confirm your passwords. Okay, so it will say activate your accounts. As we're using for demo purpose, we don't need to do this. You can simply hit these home icons or payments icons. Okay, and where is the API? Maybe let me click this home icons, and here you can see API keys for developer. You have to hit here, and here you can see a publisher key. We need this key, so click here and then replace the bit underscore stripe pk. Okay, replace it. So our project size is almost done. We have just do this. Okay, our uh, client side is done. Now we have to run our backend. So let me close this and create a new terminal. Please make sure you are either open git bash or command prompt. Don't try to do it on PowerShell. You have to either do it on command prompt or git bash. I love git bash, so that's why I'm just opening a terminal using git bash. So this is the, in this actually you can see here now our project directory is the folder name. So we have to go to inside this server. So that's why we will type cd and then we will type foodi server, press enter. After then you have to install node packages, so that's why npm install. Okay, so for after doing this, to run this you have to install, you have to command npm start. Okay, so if you do that, you can see MongoDB connected successfully, or you cannot see this until you just replace the API. Okay, by default maybe my connection is automatically good, but you cannot just pause this, you can just simply get this ping. Okay, so what you have to do here in this server side, you have to also just enable this, you have to just include a .env file. So you can just copy this, and in this server we have to enable a .env file. Sorry, let me just .env file. Okay, I just create a .env file. Inside this on .env file we have to include this. You can see for backends on the documentations, and you have to include this, copy and paste it here. You have to replace the GitHub MongoDB username, password, and access token from, you have to generate a token and is type key. Okay, so let me just replace the database name. We will have to go to the MongoDB, and then you have to just sign in. I'm just continuing with Google. Then I'm choosing my accounts. This is my accounts. Okay, by default, as we have created only many projects, so that's why latest project is showing. At the beginning you have to hit this Atlas logo from here. After then you can create a new project. So here you can see a button, new projects. We'll just make a name for this. Maybe we just name it complete foodie clients. You can just choose any name. Let me server, foodie client server. Okay, then you can click this next. Then by default it will take your Gmails as the project owner. Then you have to hit this create projects. Okay, fine. So then you have to hit this create a deployments. Okay, click, and you have to choose a plan. So we're using the free options, so this is you have to choose this last option, the free options. Then you will choose a provider, that would be AWS, that means Amazon's cloud service. Here you can choose your region, you can choose any of these regions, available region. Maybe let me choose this one or this one, you can choose any of this. Then you have to type a cluster name. So let me type a cluster name for this. You can just type any name, you can choose your name also, complete foodie clients. So that is the cluster name, you can choose any name. Then you can just hit this create. Okay, here this is the important thing, you have to choose this username, or you can just change the username, copy this username and replace the MongoDB username. Okay, after then here you will get this password, copy this password and you have to replace these db password. Okay, that's it. After then you have to create a user. Here you have to choose either you want to use it on local environment or cloud environment. I prefer cloud environment, so I have to use this. If you have internet connections, then you can choose these on. Then okay, that's done. After then you have to hit this finish and close. We don't need quick guides, so that's why unmark check mark this and then go overview. Okay, fine. Then what you have to do, you have to hit this connect option. So hit this connect, then you have to install the drivers. Let me hit the first one. Here you will choose your driver. Maybe we're using Node.js, so that's why Node.js, and you can choose the versions. We will choose the latest version. It says install MongoDB, but it's already done. We don't have to do anything. You have to just simply close this. Okay, so after then what you have to do, you have to go to the network access tab. Here you have to add a new IP address. Click here, then you will allow access from anywhere, then confirm. After doing this, let's back to the overview, and it's refreshing. Let me run our projects. So for this, stop this and let me run our projects. Maybe let me go back to the index.js here. Okay, by default my username and password is there. Let me just change it. I forget to replace it. So you have to define here process dot env dot your db users. You don't need to do that. I just forget to remove that, so that's why. Okay, after then you have to run these projects again. So you will use npm starts common. Okay, so finally you can see MongoDB connected, and here authentication's error. Why the authentication's error? Maybe it's not getting the proper connections, so bad auth. Maybe you can just check this. So from here you have to just click connects and then driver. Let me copy this. Okay, and you can just replace this code. Here you can just name uh, lines. Okay, so now everything is fine. So it's running. Maybe connection error. You can just simply name it complete foodie clients. Okay, so now it's says it's authentication error. Why the errors? Let me refresh this. Oh, sorry, here we have to replace the passwords and the user's name. I didn't forget it, so let me just use dollar sign. You have to use process dot env dot your database name, that is db users, and here you have to include dollar sign process dot env dot DB password. Okay, now it's connected successfully. You can see now it's connected successfully and your server is running. You can just check it here, localhost 5000. So for this port and press enter, you can see the server is running. If the server is running, you can simply type menu, then you can see nothing. Why actually nothing? Let me refresh this database. Then you can just go back to the here you can see we haven't any data yet. So if haven't any data, so that's why this is empty. Okay, fine. So if this is okay, let me just create a new data from here. So as maybe we will have an users or not. No users, so let me log in again and just try to create an account. So hit from the back front end, try to log in using my Gmail accounts. Okay, the Gmail is logged, and now if you go here and refresh, then you can see a user is there. So if the user is there, you can simply just test with it. You can just add to cart a product. Maybe let me go back, and here there is no data actually. Okay, so for this we can simply add a menu items. So let me make this users admin and updates. So if this users have admin access, then he can just go back to the dashboard. Okay, let me upload a product here. uh, we can upload product from MailTV, and we can upload this. So let me choose here recipe name, choose the category, it's soup, then price will be 30, and here fish soup, and let me add the image. So maybe uh, this image, so you can see this type of image, and then you have to hit add items. Okay, it will not working actually. We have to provide JWT token authentication, so it will just need this, we need this token. So for this, what you have to do, you have to simply search crypto random bytes. You have to search this crypto random bytes, and then you can just go any of these websites. Okay, click here, then you will just see a command. So maybe where is the command? So we didn't get that. Maybe we can just check over Stack Overflow, and there you can see the command 60 26 30. Okay, you can just get this command. Okay, you can just get this command, and here we'll just create a new terminal. You can choose command prompt, and here we'll simply type node first, and then you will just paste the command crypto random bytes 64.2 string, then hex. You will get this string code. You have to copy this string and then just define it JWT authentications. Now the authentications, sorry, the authentications will be there. Okay, now if you can do this, then you can just simply try again. Let me check, inspect it, and console log. Maybe uncaught references error 404, exhaust bad request. Okay, we can just refresh this. Let me try to log in. Okay, you can see the my image profile is now there, and we can just try to upload again. So maybe this is first fish, then this is soup, price is $30. This on, let me upload the image and hit here. Is their server is running? It's okay, no majors. So why it's not hitting? Let me check out. So the error is image bb is not responding. So maybe our image bb is not working. Let me refresh. Let me copy this, and in the front end part, where is the front end? Here there will be .env, and sorry, for where is the .env.local. So this is the page image hostings. Okay, server restricted. Maybe this time it will work. Okay, admin true. Let me just log in. Let me just delete the users, and let me delete the users. Okay, then back there we'll have to log in again. Okay, dashboard, we'll have to make it admin. So let me refresh it and try to admin here. This is the first time. It will take a little times. So admin, update this. Okay, now log into the accounts. Okay, fine. Then dashboard, here you can see one users, and let me add items. Fish, fish oka. I think this will work right now. 30, this choose maybe this image. Okay, now the item is added. If the item is added here, if you go back to the wall menus, then you can see one item is here. So that's it, our project is working. So you can see it's done. And lastly, here the one thing you have to, on the backends, you have to just change this payment secret key. Where you can find this payment secret key, this is the last thing. If you go back to the your dashboards, here inside this API key you can see the publisher's token. You will just use that on front end, and here you can see secret key. You will have to include this on backend, so that's why you will copy this key, and here you can see .env folder, that is backends, and here we will have to paste it here. Okay, so if you do this, then everything is done. You can pay it pay a payment for this. Let me try to just pay it, add to cart. From here you have to increase the value, and here proceed checkout. uh, so let me refresh it. It's not getting. Why? So let me check, refresh it. Here it says invite must be an integer price value and must be greater than or equals checkout.24. Okay, everything is fine. Why this error? Let me back there. Let me back to here. Refresh these projects. Maybe no cart items. Log out, log in. Okay, maybe our server is crashed. So it's crashed. The error, you can just solve it from here. You can just make this price parse integer and simply pass it here. Okay, now it will be done properly. So let me refresh again. You can also add it. So the product is added. You can just delete that again. You can simply add it from the beginning, add the products, then go there, proceed checkout. Now you can just see the payments options. You can just check a Stripe payments card, test card actually. Then if you hit there, you can copy this and back there, pay the card. You can just pass a CVC here, then zip code, then pay. You can get the transaction ID and okay. So you can see you have the you are on the order page and your order is pending now. So if you have paid the order, then you have to go back to the dashboard. Then you can see payment 30 on users, on menu, and on orders. Here it's empty because we don't have enough data yet. So maybe we can just check users, payments, cart items. Okay, when you have data, maybe cart item is 0. So if you have enough data, then you can just show this. You can just refresh dashboard. So let me inspect it if why not the data is there. I think that should be shown. Let me close all of this. That would be inside this foodie clients, and from here that would be inside this src folder. Then it would be pages, dashboard, admin, admin dashboard, admin starts. Okay, let me check it on index.js. Here we'll have API, routes, administrators. Okay, that's fine, but it's not showing. Actually, maybe the data is very limited, so that's why it's not showing. Okay, fine. And everything is fine. So if everything is fine, now you have to deploy this project. So let me deploy. So we can just close everything. We can just close everything. Oh, sorry, we just closed the Figma files also. So let me just deploy this project. So for this front end, at first we'll just go back to the Firebase and then get it started. We'll choose our project. So this is our projects. Here, from here, at first we will click this build, and then you will find hosting, and from here you have to hit get started. You can see at first you have to command this. You will open the terminal, and here you can see node. You can just open a new terminal, and at the beginning you can simply go to the client folder. So cd foodie space clients, and then inside this foodie clients, when you are inside this foodie clients, we're deploying our front end fast, so that's why we'll copy this and paste it here. Press enter. Okay, that's done. After then you can just also let me see sdk. Okay, next, then you have to just command this uh Firebase login. So copy this, and then from here you have to log in. So command this, so it's logged in. If you haven't logged in, then you have to just logged in. After then you have to initialize the Firebase init. So Firebase init, here it will say, are you ready to proceed? Yes, I'm ready. Then you will have to choose a options. From here you can use your up arrow and down arrow key from the keyboard to just scroll. When you are on hosting, you can see this is hosting, and here you can see configure files for Firebase hosting. Optionally set up GitHub actions. Here you have to press an space key to select this. You can see the star is selected here. You can just press a space key to select, and then press enter. Then it will say, do you want to use it as a public directory? Don't. We want to deploy as a dist folder. Yes, dist folder. After then configure as a single app. Yes. Then do you automatically build and deploy on GitHub? No. After then it says that's fine. After then what you have to do, you have to hit this next. We have already did that. Then link and continue. Then it's done. Next হচ্ছে Firebase deploy. But before that, let me build the projects. You have to command npm run build commands and press enter. Okay, you can see the building is going. Okay, after then you can simply just command Firebase deploy. You can simply type Firebase deploy and press enter. It's deploying. Okay, deployment done, and here you can see a URL. So you can hit this URL, press Ctrl and click here, then open it on browsers. So here you can see your projects. So it's the projects, and let me test it. just sign up to my accounts. It's loading. Actually, it's still not working properly. Let me try again. By default, maybe let me go there. So it takes a few seconds. So after a few seconds, it will be worked. I think it will be worked after a few seconds. Let me check the console. Not authorized. Okay, Firebase authorization sections domain tab. Okay, let me go back there. So authorizations, then here you can see settings. Here you have to authorizations domain, and then include. So why it's not showing? Let me check. Click here again. Okay, you can just add this domain. Add it. Okay, so now if you just refresh, now click here, it will give you to log into your accounts. So now the Firebase hosting is done, but you have to host it on Vercel. So that's why we'll go to GitHub. Then we'll have to create a new repository. So let me create a new repository. Maybe we can name it complete foodie clients app, and then we'll just hit create a repository. After then, let me copy this, and here make sure you are on the client sides. Here you can see foodie clients. You have to must be on client side. So just .readme file, then git init, then you have to command git add. So you can simply type git add dot, please command git add space dot, then press enter. Oh my god, maybe we have don't. Okay, is that okay? That's fine. After then you have to command all of this. Let me command all of this and press enter. Okay, that's done. You can get this repository. If you just refresh this page, then you can see this is the front end file, and this is the for front end. So we'll have to host it on Vercel. So that's why we'll just go to Vercel, and if you go to vercel.com, then you must have to create an account. So after creating an account, just try to just create an account using GitHub. That will give you a pleasure. So you can see my just accounts here. You will just click these image icons and then click this dashboards. Then you will on this page. You will on this page. After then, what you have to do? You have to hit this new, then projects. From here, if your GitHub is connected, or you can add your GitHub accounts from here, then you can find we have this app. You can see complete foodie clients app, and you can see this. You have to import it. Then you can just uh, choose a project's name, that would be your app name, and from here you will have to just hit this. Then you can see by default you don't need to change it. If you want to just simply keep it root directory, after then you will have to change the build. You don't have to change the build and output settings. You have to change the environments variables for this. Let me close it from here and close everything. If you just click your Foodi clients, and then if you go back here, you can see environment dot local. You will just press Ctrl A to select one and press Ctrl C to copy, and here simply Ctrl V to paste. Here all the code will be pasted, and when it's done you have to just click this deploy. It's very simple to deploy front end on Vercel. Okay, you can see the deploy is going on, and you can just check the status on this if you just wait a few minutes. You can just click this build, and then you can just get the status. uh, okay, that's done. You can just redirect to this, and from here just you can click this continue to dashboard. Okay, you can see the project name. Our project is going to build, and here you can see a domains. You can just click here, press Ctrl and click here, then it will be open here. You can see the project is there and it's on Vercel. Okay, you can see dark mode is working. If you try to log in, then it will just show that. Well, that's why, because you have to add this URL to your Firebase. So from here you have to go to these authentications, then you have to go to settings, then here authorizations domain, you have to add this domain, just hit domain and add this Vercel domain on this. So if you include this Vercel domain, so let me, okay, so if you hit add, now the authorizations domain is added for the Firebase, and now you can see this is the Firebase URL. You can share with others. If you hit the URL, then let me just log in using Gmail accounts. Click here. Okay, you can see this is the app. You can just go anywhere. Maybe it will take some times to rendering data, and if you have show any error, you can wait 5 or 10 minutes. So the data is loading. You can see, you can go back to your orders. Here you can see everything is done, so our front end part is done. So let me close this. So by default, when it is done, if you refresh your Git repository, you will get a URL to go back to your projects. Okay, when the front end is done, we can just remove all. We need to go to backends deployment. So for this, what you have to do, we can just close everything, and again here what you have to do, let me close these on, and from here you can see our backend is running on this git bash, and you can stop your backend by pressing Ctrl C. And here you can see servers, and here you can see nothing. You need a Vercel conf. We will just host this to render app. So that's why we'll go back to the GitHub again and create a new repository for this. So let me create a new repository. This is for the server, complete Foodi Client server. Okay, and then again we will just create a new repository. Let me define git init. Okay, then we will have dot add, click here, git dot space add. Okay, after then we'll have to copy the fourth command and paste it here. Press enter. Okay, if you refresh, then you can see a git repository here. So what you have to do, you have to go to render app. So render, if you search render, then you can see this is the render cloud application hosting for developers. It's better to use for the backends. You can just create an account or go back to your dashboards. Just simply create an account. You can use your Gmail accounts to log in your accounts. And here I just have an account. Just simply have an account. Then at the beginning you have to hit this new button. Then you will choose this web hosting, web service. Then build and deploy from git repository. Yes, I want to deploy this from the git repository, so this repository. So that's why we'll just choose this one and then next. From here you have to connect which on projects, maybe these projects. You can just search it. If you are not sure, you can just search it from here. You can see this one and then continue. You will keep it everything. This is main branch because we don't have any branch, so that is main branch. After then here the src directory, what will be the src directory, we don't need to define anything here. And then runtime node, here yarn is okay. Then you will keep node index.js here. Make sure start command will be index.js. You can check it from your package.json. So this is server, and here you can see start command will be node-mon index.js. We will just simply just keep it a dev commands, and the dev commands will be maybe let me just I'm just we can include that at the top on the dev command, and here we'll just simply node index.js. We'll just change this start commands, and again let me commit it, git add, git commit -m changed package json file. Okay, git push. Okay, so just to make some changes here. Okay, that's fine. After then here you will just include yarn. You don't need to change anything. You can just keep that. Here start command will be node index.js. Make sure your script has a start command, and that is node index.js. So that without that you will be get an error. From here you have to choose a plan, that would be free plan. Then we need to include the environmental variable, so that's why let me choose the environment variable. Here this is server side, and here .env file. Here we have to do it manually. Just db users, the users will be these users. So copy this, then we'll need to another variable, so that would be dbpass, and the password will be this password. After then we'll have another one, that would be access token. Let me access token. Here the value will be the whole value, make it there. After then we'll have payment security key. Let me add a new environment variable, and here this is the key. Okay, sorry, paste it there. When it's done, you can simply create web services. It says the app name required, we can just define it. Complete foodie server. Okay, I just forget to include that. Okay, just hit create webs. It has just with a few seconds. You can see it's building. It's still building. Just wait a few seconds. Okay, it's processing. Here you can get the status. It's processing. Okay, it's still there is no error. Okay, that's live. You can see that's live, and here is the URL. You can just click this URL, and then you can see our foodie server is running. If you just then include menu, then you can see we have on menu. So this is the URL. We have to use this URL on the front end side. So that's why let me update the URL. So if you are here, you can just get you can go to src, then you can go to hook, and here on this exuse public or use exuse public, here you can see the URL. You can just click and search this. You can see we have 11 results, we have 11 times. So we'll have to replace this using this URL. So you will search localhost, and you can search this URL and then simply replace it. You don't need to slash. Okay, fine. Then you can just hit here replace wall. Okay, if you replace wall, you can just check, you can check exuse. Okay, fine. Render.com auth no there. Here, okay, fine. Then use cart. Yeah, that's fine. Menu, that's it. You can also check the router base. Here we have users. It's okay, fine. Everything is fine. And now look, if we refresh our projects, so let me run it on localhost first. So it's running. Just run on localhost. You can see now our database, it's from these websites. You can see our database is stopped. So this is our database is clean and stops. So it's from the backends, and you can go to the cart page. You can see, let me just hit add to cart. So if your database is stopped now, it's no matters. So you can just proceed checkouts. You can just complete payments, or you can just do anything. Everything is proper. Okay, so everything is working. So that's the how you can just make server and the front end. You can just deploy server and front ends using Vercel and Render. So thank you for this. If you face any problem, you can join with me. Thank you.